Jimmy Garoppolo, Patriots reportedly have him as their plan A at quarterback. Charean, look, that all hinges on whether or not the 49ers find someone they feel better about at the position than Jimmy Garoppolo. But one of the big factors, and I've been making this point for the past week, ever since we saw the report that Teddy Bridgewater potentially is a player in whom the 49ers have interest. Teddy at $17 million, Jimmy at $25 million. I think $25 million is too much, and that could be the thing that ends up causing the 49ers to find someone else and either cutting Jimmy Garoppolo or trading him to the Patriots with him taking less money moving forward.
Yeah, it very well could happen, Mike. And as you pointed out, John Lynch said, as I sit here today, Jimmy G is our starter, but we know how that plays out. As of today, he's their starter, but things can change in the next week, month, 2 months, however long, sometime before the season. I do think they're looking. I think they'll look and see if they can upgrade. I'm not sure Sam Darnold's an upgrade. I mean, I know we've heard his name a lot to the 49ers. I just don't know that he's an upgrade on Jimmy Garoppolo. To me, I think if you can't find somebody better, and I don't know how many quarterbacks are better, certainly you want to get in on the Deshaun Watson. If he would take a trade to San Francisco, I'm in on that conversation if I'm the 49ers. But beyond that, maybe you play Jimmy Garoppolo this season, see if he can stay healthy. He's missed 23 games of the last 3 seasons. See if he can stay healthy, and then try to find your quarterback in next year's draft if that's the case, or on free agency or whatever. But I don't like – I mean, I'm just – Sam Darnold, is he an upgrade, Mike? Do you think he's an upgrade on Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, I'll use an analysis that Washington engaged in several years ago when Kirk Cousins was in line for the second franchise tag. They tagged him the first year at just under $20 million. He got the 20% raise the next year. That was 2017. He was just under $24 million that year. And there was a feeling within the Washington organization that dollar for dollar, Colt McCoy was better value at the quarterback position than Kirk Cousins. Why pay Cousins $24 million when you can have McCoy for $3 million? Because the bottom line is Cousins isn't 8 times better than Colt McCoy. And yes, Your Honor, I am going somewhere with this, because Sam Darnold this year is due to make $4.7 million all in. So he doesn't have to be as good as Jimmy Garoppolo. He just has to be 20% of Jimmy Garoppolo to justify it dollar for dollar. And I think this year, especially with the salary cap shrinking, it's an imperative for all teams. And this is not easy to do. Disregard who he is, disregard what he's done, disregard how well you know him, and ask yourself, dollar for dollar, what's my better option? $25 million for Jimmy Garoppolo, $4.7 million for Sam Darnold, $17 million for Teddy Bridgewater if you can trade for him. And I really do think in a roundabout way that leaked interest in Teddy Bridgewater was about letting Garoppolo know $25 million is more than they can justify paying him this year, because nobody, if he's a free agent, is paying Jimmy Garoppolo $25 million. We had the graphic up. He has 22 wins with the 49ers, and he's missed 23 games in the last 3 seasons. So I think that's what it's about. Dollar for dollar, can we do better? And the answer to that question is absolutely they can.
Well, the problem, Mike, as I see it, is the 49ers know they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and they have that vision again, and they think they can get back there again, and they think they can win it again. And whether they can or can't, we can debate that. But they think in their minds that they are a Super Bowl team. I guarantee you they think that. All we need is Jimmy Garoppolo to stay healthy, Nick Bosa to stay healthy, some of these guys to stay healthy. What they have 17 players, I think, on injury reserve last year after it ended up. So if they can get those players to stay healthy, they see themselves as a Super Bowl contender. They are a Super Bowl contender with Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know that they're a Super Bowl contender with Sam Darnold. So it depends on how they see their team and how they think they can go this year, because there's also going to be no offseason program probably again. So are you going to bring in a guy at Teddy Bridgewater or Sam Darnold to be your guy and not have any offseason and just jump into the season? I think you're not going to have a very good season, and I think the 49ers see themselves as a contender.
The challenge for the 49ers is this, recognizing that Jimmy Garoppolo is not their long-term answer. So let's go ahead and make the change now. Even if it makes it harder to get to a Super Bowl this year, it puts us in better position next year than if we try to dog paddle this year with what we have. Because as you said, they need a lot of things that didn't go their way to go their way. And this year may be the midpoint between 2019, 2020. 2019, great. 2020, ass. 2021 maybe in the middle. That's not a Super Bowl win. And I think the more they can plan for the future for the next quarterback, however they find him. And something Sims pointed out today, you can either try to get a better backup so you're protected against a Jimmy G injury. You can evaluate the quarterbacks and try to get your next guy at number 12. Maybe even trade up if you need to get your next guy. But I still think they need to view the offseason, free agency, the draft, and trade possibilities as a wide-open canvas. They can get somebody they think is better and move on from Jimmy G anytime they want.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.